Oh, okay. Right off the bat.
I like to make you start. I don't know why.
I
Because
know. I
her
cannot
voice
wait
is
till.
so calming.
Oh, well, thank you. I can't wait for next week when I'm in person. It's going to be so
Yes.
much better.
It's going to be a
All
Bad
right.
Mom's Christmas. We're ready.
Yes. So, my first question is, what is something that you judged other moms for before becoming a mom yourself?
Oh, we're getting into it.
Wow, okay, let's start off with a heater, Katie.
So, I guess I'll answer. We're going to answer our own questions first. So, I'll give you guys some think time because I already knew what question was coming. Um,
Fair.
wow, I never realized how much of a judger I was until
Right?
until I became a mom. Um, my biggest one that I probably judged others for was screen time. I talked with you guys about this briefly. How I'm a teacher. I know screen time isn't recommended for kids before the age of 2 in some studies, 3 in
I
others.
literally never knew that before you told me. So,
Yes. And I would like die on that hill. Like I'd be like, those are people are just lazy, like just play with your kids. And now I feel like a complete ass because there are times, and being selective about my screen time that I pick. Hey, Miss Rachel.
Shout
Hopefully
we
out
one
love
day
Miss
you'll
Rachel.
you.
listen.
We love
If you
you.
don't know Miss Rachel, go on YouTube and find Miss Rachel. But there are days where Miss Rachel, has to babysit for 30 minutes while I eat lunch because I haven't eaten and it's 4 p.m. So, that has been something that I've realized that sometimes is necessary.
For
So,
sure. I know mine. Do you know yours?
Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
Mine would be how clean your house is.
Oh,
good
okay.
one.
Because my mom growing up, like we always had a spotless house, and she would put that before playing with us, and I don't find myself doing that. Like the dishes can wait. The laundry, I've had a load of laundry in the dryer for 2 days now that could be folded and it just hasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I let that stuff go, and I thought I'd have the perfect clean house, and I do not. And it's not worth it to me to have a clean house.
Yeah. I'd rather play with my baby
Yep.
than clean my house.
For sure.
I feel like I've definitely come a long way with that too. Mine is co-sleeping. And this could probably lead into like our next question, but I thought it was terrifying that you would sleep with your baby in your bed. And I was like, why can't they just sleep in their crib? That seems so much safer to me. What if you suffocate them, And then I started, with breastfeeding and you're not sleeping. So the only sleep you do get is when your baby's sleeping on you. So
Yeah.
at least
Or you're like
for
me and you have an acid reflux baby and they have to sleep on
yeah,
you.
just keep them upright. Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though I would sleep with Cash on me, because it actually kind of started with me just falling asleep while he was on me, like breastfeeding, and then I never let Craig. I was like, no, you'll move, he'll fall, you'll crush him, and then eventually we realized that we just didn't move when he was sleeping on us. I actually was so uncomfortable sleeping with him on me because I just stayed like a statue. So I came around to the idea. At that point, you got to get sleep.
At some points, it's just survival.
Honestly,
Like,
you need,
and that's
you need
like
sleep.
all three of those things we just said, like leads back to that. It's just survival sometimes. Like sometimes I got to put Miss Rachel on because I just need 10 minutes to myself,
Yep.
or else I'm gonna scream.
You got to
Or
pick your
sometimes,
battles.
yeah, sometimes it's sleep or clean the dishes. Well, the dishes will still be there tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some sleep. Or co-sleeping. Am I gonna sleep or am I gonna sit here all night long? So
We're gonna do a little contact
survival.
nap so we all can
Right.
get some rest.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
I
crazy.
did have co-sleeping as one of my questions, and since you both kind of answered it, I'll go ahead and answer it if that's okay.
Yeah.
Co-sleeping in my house is just not an option because of my 100-pound baby, and my two 15-pound babies.
Your cats are 15 pounds?
Gabbana is 15 pounds. Yeah. Louie is my Bernese Mountain Dog and my two cats. And Louie will just like come up in bed and lay. So I'm just nervous about that.
Yeah.
Like he is so sleepy when he comes up sometimes, and he does not know personal space or boundaries. So I would be afraid of Louie like coming up in bed and sleeping
Louis being
on
the
Mac.
one to crush on.
Oh yeah, I would be
Well, and Mac and Mac's a pretty good sleeper in his bassinet. Like
Yeah.
Dale's reflux was so bad that he would not sleep in his
Mhm.
bassinet when he was little. Like he would choke, he would wake up. So it literally was like, I did not want to co-sleep. I was afraid of it. Like, I don't even think I got the best sleep at first, but it was literally like, I have no other option. I mean,
Yeah.
the pediatrician literally told me I had to learn how to sleep sitting up. So
I do remember that.
it was like, so then I went and bought a $6,000 bed that, reclined upwards so that I at least had that because my back was breaking. So
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You have to do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. No
Right.
judgment here.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And what
Absolutely.
works for you?
Yeah.
No judgment anymore. We're moms now.
Yeah.
That's why I started with that question.
Love
That's
it.
a good one.
Love
Yeah,
it.
because a lot of things will continue to change, I feel like, too, at each stage
Mhm.
that we encounter with our babies. So it's a journey.
Yep.
Well,
All right, Court, what you got?
I didn't come prepared with questions because I'm not as prepared as you guys. So I'm going to steal one of Sam's questions. It's fine. I had one question. I wrote down one, and it was kind of on Sam's wavelength. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of.
Pick and choose.
My question was, what was one of your favorite products? It's kind of like a complete shift in our topic right now, but your favorite product that you cannot live without.
You're gonna
What's
answer
yours,
first?
Court?
The baby carrier.
Mm.
Oh, you use that all the time.
I think
well,
I
Craig does.
Yeah,
too.
he uses it now. I can't. He's too heavy. It kills me. I wish I could. But I was using that. I think Cash was maybe 2 weeks old. I put him in that thing because he always wanted to be on me. That's why I would co-sleep and do contact naps because he just always wanted to be held and be with me. So I was like, you know what? This is how we're doing the dishes today, buddy. You're doing them with me. And it just makes it so much easier. I just don't even know how did you run into the stores before baby carriers were a thing? How did you just run and grab something really quick? When they're that small that they can't really sit in a car seat, sit in a shopping cart. You don't want to pull the whole stroller out, get them all strapped in. Cash didn't even like the stroller at the beginning. He hated his car seat, so it wasn't even that I could put the car seat. I tried that one time. My mom and I went to Target. She's like, just keep him in the car seat. I'm like, he's going to hate it. And he did. So, yeah, the baby carrier was my, go-to thing.
That's a good
And like I
one.
said, Craig still uses it. He will use that before he brings out the stroller every day.
Yeah. Every time I see you guys out, Cash is in it.
He has
So.
him strapped on him
Yeah.
all the time.
Katie, do you have yours ready?
I do. Mine is the Nose Frida sucker. Because,
You might be the new
well,
pro at it.
yeah. Now it's like wrestling a pterodactyl to try to do it, and he screams and thrashes his head, and it's so bad. But with how many sicknesses we've had in this household, I'm on my third one already. So
feel like
I'm just abusing them.
Yeah.
I'm using it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So,
which
kind of
nose
gross.
is it? The nose Frida that you suck it out yourself?
Yeah, the other one
I can't.
I'm
it
not
doesn't
there
have
yet.
the strength. I have to.
Oh, I know.
I literally don't have a choice. So you do it, and
I mean, there is a
it's-
thing that blocks it. It's not really gonna go in your mouth.
Yeah, and it takes
just
like
the idea.
all of your breath. And
You
it
didn't know
takes
that,
all
Sam?
of your might. But
I didn't know
Sam
there was a
thought you were
thing.
just eating his boogers.
No, I didn't.
Ew.
I knew it wasn't going to go to your mouth, but I didn't know there was something to stop it from going through your mouth.
Oh
Like,
yeah, there's a filter.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
filter. Yeah, it blocks it
Are you
from
gonna
going
try it
into
out?
I'm
the
just
tube.
going to have to take a shot of tequila before I do it or something.
Yeah, it honestly used to suck way harder than you would think. Like my face turns a little bit blue.
my
It
God.
takes a lot. It takes a lot to really get it out.
I've
So
seen someone
that's-
use their pump.
I've seen
Hook
that
it up
too.
to the pump.
I have seen that. Yeah,
Did you try
I think
it?
I need
Try
to do
it.
that because
Yeah.
God, this kid has a lot of stuff going on.
Poor
So
We need to get
Maybe
t-shirts
tomorrow.
that say Poor Dale on it.
seriously, how about poor Katie?
Poor
Poor
Katie.
Mom.
Katie.
Poor Dale. Too funny.
But yeah, that's my go-to, and that comes hand in hand with the saline. You got to use the saline too.
Oh.
So those are my like
Hmm.
before you have the baby, have those because you want to have them before you need them. So
I don't have saline, but I
We
do
don't-
have the nose Frida thing.
I never got it. We have the Oogie Boogie
I have
nose
that too.
picker,
Mhm,
and that might be up there on my
I love
top
that
products.
little thing. It's like a.
It has that little hook, and
We-
it gets those dry.
We need the ones with a flashlight, though.
I
Remember
know.
when we saw that together at
I
Target?
bought it
I
for
know.
a friend.
And every
and
time
not
I'm like,
myself.
why doesn't mine have a flashlight?
Yeah.
see, I want to invest in the like hospital grade one, and it like sticks up both their nose, and then you like turn it
Oh
on,
my
and it sucks it
gosh.
out. That's what I want. It's like $100 though.
Oh,
So,
gosh.
but at this point, I probably should invest in it.
Yeah, you
but
get your money's worth
that's the
for
one I
sure.
want. Yeah. I mean, the nose Fritas are like $20, so I'm $60 in on those. So I
True.
might as well.
Mhm.
I might as well do it.
Isn't it funny how much you talk about like boogers and poop and stuff now?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It's been my whole life for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Just-
you've been in the thick of it.
You have.
with
It's
that
all
sick
good.
baby.
I'm here getting my mental health back.
That's
You
right.
know, that's what this is for.
Yeah, and hey, you started your winter break early.
You
know
did.
what?
Yeah, I did. You know,
That's
that's the
okay.
positive of it. What are we
I'm
gonna
kind of
do?
jealous. I don't know. I want to start my
All-
winter break. Let's go.
My students are going to be real ticked when they show up tomorrow and there's no Christmas party. But, you know,
It
That's-
is what it is.
we're teaching them now that life's full of disappointment. So, we'll just,
Life
We'll just
isn't
really dig
fair,
it in there.
kids. Okay.
yeah. You know what's
Early.
sad? I also missed our Halloween party because that's when Dale had
Oh.
RSV.
He
So
doesn't
we're 0
like
for 2.
holidays.
Mhm.
He does not. No. So we're 0 for 2 for my kids with their holiday parties. So
Maybe he just wants to be selfish and keep.
Mom to
himself.
I'm framing it in that way, you know. I'm realizing, hey, it's whatever because that's my stage of life I'm in. I'm in the nose Frida stage of life.
the
that's
nose
okay.
Frida season. Let's go.
I'm trying to think of my favorite item. I have a lot. So
That bouncer, Sam. I feel like you always use that
Oh
bouncer.
yeah.
I do like the bouncer. But okay, so would this be my favorite item or my favorite? Is a splurge item different? Because I had that on the
Yes.
list of splurge items.
I feel like
different?
that's different.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then my favorite item would probably be my bouncer. It is very much like the Baby Bajorn bouncer, but it's the cheaper version. I think it's only
Oh, really?
$80 instead of like $190. I forget what brand.
Baby
it
Delight.
is. Baby Delight. I love that you know what type of bouncer I
She
have.
checks it out
I
every
see
time.
it every day. I'm very
do.
observant.
I love you for that. But yeah, Mac loves it and allows me to eat my breakfast and cook dinner with him in that. So yeah, that's
He's
my
always
favorite.
chilling in it.
He loves it.
All right, so what's your splurge item then? I need to know it.
Okay, we'll do favorite splurge item then. My favorite splurge item would be my car seat and stroller.
Oh yes, Sam. That is the smoothest
It's like
car seat stroller combo ever.
the nicest.
Katie, you have to test drive her stroller.
I can't wait. I just can't wait to see y'all's faces in person.
Oh, I know. But for those who are listening, I do have the Nuna Pippa Light. It's the lightest on the market. It's only 6 pounds. And
lightest
that's
on
why
the
I
market.
needed it
It's
because
like a walking advertisement.
Yep, I am.
She
Nuna
actually
Pippa.
has it here. Here comes
It's in
in.
my car. So that would be my splurge. Like if you're gonna splurge on something you're gonna use for a long time. And so that's an infant car seat, and it'll turn into like a regular stroller after. So really nice, super compatible or compactable.
Yes,
And
and
I have a Honda Civic, and it fits right in the trunk. So
and it's like perfect. It's like Sam size.
it is.
It is like the perfect size for you.
I love it, and the handle goes up like it's Ryan size too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, it moves.
It
up
moves.
to the person.
Yes.
Oh,
So Ryan can make it taller if he wants
that's
it.
literally perfect.
It is. Katie, what's your splurge?
Well, you didn't say how
Well,
much
I'm
it was.
Hmm?
Did you say how much it was?
Oh. It's up there. It's like for the stroller itself, I feel like it's like 800, and then the car seat sold separate. So
Wow.
well, shout out
It's
I'm
a
the
splurge.
opposite.
That's
shout
what.
out my father-in-law for purchasing that for us.
Wow. He's a real one.
I
He's a
Seriously.
real one for
He
that.
is.
It ain't a splurge for no reason.
It's a splurge. I wasn't lying.
So I'm the opposite of bougie. Like, I'm a consignment sale,
Coupon
thrift
Katie.
store, coupon.
Consignment coupon Katie.
We love her.
Coming
for
at
it.
you live.
Like, I don't even think I have any, like, splurge items. I'm thinking about a splurge item. I really think I want to do the Nuna Next Level Up car seat that turns to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I am considering that, but my favorite, like, most expensive thing that I have right now would probably be like that big playpen that I have.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh, are those expensive? I want one.
With the mat, it's like $150. So no, I mean, for me, that's a lot.
Katie had to shed a tear for that one.
Yeah, that was a splurge. Like, I thought about it for a long time, but mostly because I also have a 100-pound dog and he sheds a lot, and I do my best to keep up with it. But that, like, keeps the hair out of at least that part of, like, Dale's toys and things, so we can sit in there and, you know, it has a mat that's easy clean. I have my all-purpose cleaner for when he throws up and a rag, and I can clean it. So that's, like, one that I use a lot. But yeah, I'm not much of a splurger.
I know.
But I
I'm
have,
like really trying to think.
I have the baby Bajorn Carrier, which I know is a splurge, but I got it for $10 on Facebook Marketplace.
That's
so, like, that's what I'm talking about.
You're
So I'm. I mean, you just got to look for it.
$10.
I don't
Who
buy anything
sold that
full
for
price.
$10? Like,
Yeah.
I'd be trying
Did
to
they-
recoup some of my money.
I was gonna say, is that all I'm gonna get for mine?
You get at
$10.
least 45.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be more fair. I'm trying to think what mine is, because well, I guess if it doesn't count that you didn't buy it, because your father-in-law bought yours.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, it's just like the bougie item. What's the most bougie item?
So, well, it was gonna be that Snuggle Me mat, which I guess are not recommended anymore. Just a heads up. Didn't know that when I thought I needed it.
Well, it wasn't at the time.
But we
Yeah,
all
wasn't,
got one.
Yeah, the Docatot Snuggle Me.
Yeah, that just happened.
Oh,
So
okay,
you're not
fair.
in the wrong.
Because we use that a lot. Cash liked it, but I think the Snuggle Me one was up there,
It's $100.
Yeah, and I remember I had it on my registry, and my mom saw it, and she was like, "Court, that is too expensive." She's like, "Why would you put that on there? What are you going to use that for?" And I was like, "I read so many reviews." Okay, everybody says they love it. Thankfully, my sister actually had one she never used, and she just gave it to me.
Oh,
So I kind
nice.
of looked out there. But yeah, I think that was one. And then I also had a seat similar to your Baby Delight one, but this one moves. It's that gray one. I think it's Graco brand, and it moves from side to side and plays music.
Oh, nice.
And it like sits up straight, kind of like your bouncer seat. And I think it was probably close to $200, and we used it like twice.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't practical. I thought it was going to be a nice thing to like kind of how you carry yours around and set up places, but it was heavy because it had to be powered into the wall
Yeah.
to move. And then it like kind of, when he was too small, it like jerked him around too much. And then
Whiplash just a little
yeah,
bit.
it kind of looked like it gave him whiplash. And then he just was sitting up too straight. But then once he got bigger, he was sitting up too much. I felt like he would just like fall over, like roll
just
over.
wasn't
So
worth it.
no.
So wait, so then building on that, then what's your, like, I wish I didn't get that and bought something else product?
And I was just gonna
That
say,
thing?
one of Sam's questions is biggest waste of money. I didn't buy that one. Sorry to my aunt who got it off my registry. I'm really sorry. That I'd have to say is a regret purchase. Like I said, we use it literally twice, and it sits underneath his crib now.
I'm thinking of biggest waste of money. Katie, go. You go.
Mine's the Mamaroo.
I didn't buy mine, but I use mine a lot.
I didn't buy mine either. My best friend and her mom gifted it to me, and I wanted it so bad. But with Dale's reflux, nothing that moved like that, like everything that moved,
Would just
he
stir him
hated.
up. Make
Yeah,
his belly
so
upset.
he probably sat in it a couple times. And I also hated that it had to be plugged into the wall because, like, if I was sitting in the living room and he was in that, like, I would just hold him. So I love my cheap, like $25 bouncer that I got at Target. My mom bought. Oh, my headphone fell off. That I bought at Target. Because I can move it around with me, like you said. If I'm doing my hair and my makeup, I just took it in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I kind of regret not having. I never had a seat that I could move
that
around
thing
with.
that's like my most used item probably. But yeah, Mamaroo still sitting in my living room. Anybody wants to buy it? You might love it.
$10.
You might love it. 50,
my
50,
waist
and
of,
it was barely satin.
Oh, she's saying 50. Going once, going twice.
Wow, that's a pretty good
Any
deal.
viewers?
Includes the infant insert. That was like $35 on top of it. So
Jeez.
Making deals.
My waist product is also a For Moms product.
Oh.
It was the bassinet that I had.
Oh yeah, you had the rocker one.
Movable bassinet that had all the fancy buttons and the built-in sound machine and had like 5 different settings for different movements and speeds. And
What?
he just was a good sleeper without it. We never used it.
Really?
Yeah, it was a $400 bassinet my parents got us, and
woo!
yeah, $400, and he was only in it for 3 months, and it just
You didn't even use the features on it. You just
no
slept in
we.
it?
Funny enough, our neighbors got us this portable sound machine, and we hooked the portable sound machine to the bassinet and didn't use the built-in one.
Why did it have better sounds?
I don't know. We just kind of got in a rhythm, and that's what worked. So we weren't messing with it. And yeah, we tried like one time he got fussy, and we put on the car ride mode, and it just didn't really do much. And there was a kangaroo mode. There was
That's the yep. The
yeah.
4-month thing, yeah.
And yeah, I
Now their pack and play, I have 10 out of 10.
Really?
10 out of 10.
Why?
Super easy to, like, because you know how the Graco ones, like, when you put it down, it's like kind of a pain in the butt because you have to do like the sides first.
I haven't put it down yet, but I
don't. Yeah, I didn't put mine down yet. I need to.
Putting it down is like a pain in the butt. There's like a certain order you have to do it. This one's like way easier. I just liked how portable. I don't know. I enjoy it because I have that too. Don't worry, I didn't pay full price. It was at Target with a clearance sticker for $111.
Nice,
so don't worry about it.
We're taking you shopping.
I
We're
know,
doing a
I
giant
love-
shopping.
Oh, please!
spree.
I would love to.
I just
I would
can't. I don't
love
have the
to.
time or the energy for the clearance.
patience.
I don't.
or the patient.
So I have a good question.
Okay.
I have a good one.
Ooh,
It's switching away from products though.
fair. That's okay.
What's a holiday tradition, because it's the holidays,
oh,
that
Christmas
you
is
hope to
coming
pass on to your family, like to now your little family?
Go ahead.
So, yeah, so mine, this season did not go how I thought it would. For
You're
everybody
gonna start the
listening. My
tradition
son-
of being sick for the holidays.
My,
no, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
my
Totally.
son has pneumonia now. He
Poor baby
had
Dale.
rhinovirus, which is basically a cold, but for Dale, it is a lot more than that, I guess. So yeah, now he has pneumonia. So, but regardless, we didn't get to do a lot of the stuff that I usually do. But one of my favorite holiday traditions is baking cookies. It's something that I used to do with my grandma because she sold like trays of cookies when I was growing up. And then when my grandma passed, I helped my Aunt Joni make our family's cookies. And that's something, I have all of my grandma's recipes. So that's something that I hope,
love that.
which Dale's too little this year anyway, so I didn't really miss out on that. But that's something that, as he gets older, I hope to like have him in the kitchen helping me make our like yearly cookies. So.
All I'm
Absolutely.
envisioning. Did you guys ever see that video
Yes,
of
with
the
the
little
grandma.
boy in the grandma?
I know
And he's
exactly what
baking
you're talking
cookies with
about.
her, and every time she pours something into the bowl, he snatches it with his hands.
So funny. Have you
Be
seen
like-
it, Katie?
You have to watch.
No, I have not.
We'll
you have
find
to
it
send
for
to
you.
me.
He's
Send
so fast with it too. And every time she's like trying to do something, he just goes snatch, and his hands in that bowl so fast. So I'm just envisioning you and Dale making cookies.
See,
and
I
just
live
being-
for that. I love the messes, and I love the like. They might not be the actual cookies that we eat,
Mhm.
but
I was gonna
he'll
say,
think they
will
are.
you eat the
He'll
cookie?
think they are.
Your baby.
No,
knows.
you have him think he's making them, and then you have your own batch already made. But
Oh,
you know.
sneaky.
yeah, I hope my grandma didn't serve all those church people the cookies I helped make. Because
Some eggshells in there, you know.
yeah, I'm not sure.
I like that
Any
tradition.
traditions
That's-
you guys have?
I'm trying to think.
Well, while you're thinking, I will share mine.
Yeah.
Mine is getting a real Christmas tree at a tree farm.
Yes.
I was so freaking excited this year. The day after Thanksgiving, we went to Fleming's Tree Farm and took Mac in the baby carrier, and it is just something I'll never forget. And we have the best Christmas tree, and I did that with my family growing up, getting a real Christmas tree, until my family dog, she was allergic to pine, so we had to switch to an artificial tree. And the first year that we had Christmas at our house, Ryan and I's house, I was like, we need a real Christmas tree. Like, I need it back in my life. And so it's just a tradition that I loved and hope to continue.
The real
Did your
question,
tree survive?
I was going to ask the same thing.
Is my tree? Oh, it did survive without watering it for
Sam
months.
did not water it while Ryan was away.
Yeah,
Just
it was
didn't water
fine. Even Ryan, rolled his eyes when I told him that it didn't get any water, and he went to add water, and he was like, "Oh, this is fine. It wasn't dry, so it was fine."
You're off the hook.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I don't know necessarily. I guess the only real tradition I can remember is always opening one gift on Christmas Eve.
Oh yes.
That I guess
Yeah.
I could start. He doesn't have
Was it
very
PJs
many.
or was it like anything?
Mine were always freaking PJs.
Yeah,
don't
my
think
mom
so.
always gave us PJs.
I don't think they were
So I'm doing
necessarily.
that for Dale.
They're always going to be, well, so they can wear them for Christmas. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once he's in his PJs a little bit longer than a month or two, maybe that'll be good. But
You're getting a month or two, dang. I mean, I feel like I'm just rolling through these PJs.
the PJs, yeah, definitely last a lot less.
Is there a tradition that you never did but you're starting on your own? I'm a huge tradition person, so
Yeah,
like-
I think I'm still figuring it out. I don't know. This is obviously the first Christmas, so we made ornaments. I put little ornaments in a plastic bag, and he smushed paint around. So maybe we could do like a Christmassy craft as a tradition. I don't know.
think that's a really great idea, because I was so happy that Katie got us
Shared
all
that.
to do
I know.
ornaments this year, and I'm so happy that we did them and took the time to do them, and I hope to continue doing that.
Yeah,
So
something.
thanks,
yeah,
That,
the DIY. I love DIY stuff.
although I could
So
not do the
we're-
footprint thing at all.
It was hard.
We're doing the new tradition we're starting is hope if your child is listening, now's your time to turn off the sound. I'll give you a second. Okay. For Santa, we are doing the 4 gifts, and we're doing something you want, something you need, something you wear, and something you read. And
You're gonna
those
do
are
that
the only.
with Santa. I thought you were just doing it, you and Jacob. That's cute.
We are, but that's also going to be Santa's gift. So he's
Okay.
going to bring 4 gifts. And I think it's like a new wave that's going on where more parents are claiming gifts from themselves versus claiming from Santa. Where I feel like when we were kids, it was like Santa or bust.
I'm pretty sure all my presents were from Santa.
all of
There's like
mine were
one
from
thing
Santa.
Right.
from my mom.
And I feel like it's changing a little bit. And I know some people don't like that, but from a school teacher's perspective, I like less from Santa because it's really hard when the kids come back from holiday break because you have some kids that are like, Santa brought me a PlayStation 5. And you can tell the kids who didn't have a Christmas like that.
Are
And
confused.
it's something that,
They're like,
yeah,
man.
like, why did they get
Yeah.
a PS5 and I didn't get anything? So I think that's kind of what drives me to do it this way, where it's like these 4 are from Santa, but the rest are mom and dad. So, it's kind of, I don't know, it's a new thing to look at, but I feel like it's kind of cool. And that's something that me and Jacob are now going to do for each other for our gifts too. So that's a new tradition that we're going to start
I love that.
this year.
Because that was one of my questions too, like Santa or no Santa. And
Yeah.
we're not going to do those 4 specific gifts, but I definitely believe in doing a little bit of gifts from Santa and the rest, and especially the big ticket items. Sorry, I just kicked something. Big ticket items being from us, just because of you never know what backgrounds kids come from.
Yeah, you
and-
work with kids too, so
Yep.
we see that. But I had like a friend on Facebook, well, not really, I mean, an acquaintance who put something like, y'all are taking the fun out of Christmas and blah blah blah, and
Blah,
like
blah, blah.
took all I had to not like comment and be like, yeah, but think about,
And from
the
this
kids that
perspective,
go,
yeah,
from this different
yeah,
perspective.
and it's hard
So
to keep,
just-
the whole like quote unquote keep up with the Joneses. Like every year, it just seems like things are getting crazier and crazier, and it's a lot of pressure on the parents to live up to that because they know that the kids are going to talk about it to their friends.
Yep.
So, yeah, I kind of like that idea. I haven't thought that far into our Santa experience. We definitely, I'm thinking.
Well, you have like 4 days, Courtney. What are you gonna do? Like, come on, the planner and me, you're killing me. No, I'm just
Well, he
kidding,
has
but-
2 items from Santa, so he's gonna have to deal with those 2.
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I think this year we can all, figure it out because I don't think they'll remember.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's interesting. I never really thought about not
Well, and
doing the
but
same thing.
And our Christmases are different. Like, I know you have a lot of family members that are going to buy for cash, where
Right.
mine isn't like that. Like, we don't have aunts and uncles that are going to buy for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's.
So what you
my
provide.
sister. Yeah, and my sister will, but they're the kind of people that ask me what to buy. Like, they don't just go buy things. So everything that's bought has been like screened through me. Not that I'm that kind of person, but if you're going to spend your money, I want it to be on
Yeah.
something we're going to use.
I love
So-
that because who hates getting a gift that they don't know what the heck they're ever going to do with?
Like that
Right.
sweater I got.
What?
Like that sweater I got. That's 12 months.
Oh, yeah.
Stop
The-
buying
yeah.
clothes that aren't going to fit our kids in the right.
Remember
Or
that we
give a gift
have
receipt.
4
Or
seasons
give a
in
gift
Pennsylvania, okay? Think about what age your child's going to be in that season, or the child's going to be.
Just a PSA.
Or just, I don't know, give the gift receipt because we appreciate the gifts. But at the same
Yes.
time, like Katie said, you don't want your money to go to waste
Mm-hmm.
and it to just get like passed off to another baby. Really?
Yep. That's
I mean,
probably
I'm
what
not
that sweater
afraid-
will do.
I call myself a pitcher. Like, when I start getting overwhelmed with clutter, I just start throwing stuff away. Like, I don't even care if it's unopened. I don't even care. Like,
Get it
I
out of
just
here.
start pitching.
That's
Like,
why I keep
seriously,
shipping boxes and bags of clothes to Sam.
Yeah,
Like,
like
Love it.
before Dale came, my friend Jess came over to like help me like deep clean my house so it was ready. And like I was pitching stuff, and she's like throwing stuff into the trunk of her car. She's like, "Why are you getting rid of this?" I'm like, "Get it out of here!" Like, there's just too much stuff.
I'm the
Like,
same
so
way.
if you give me something I don't want, I'm pitching it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's true.
We don't have the space.
I apologize, but it is what it is. So
Well, those Amazon gift lists are
Amazing.
so
Use the Amazon gift
Yeah.
list.
Yes.
It's still a surprise. We don't know what you're buying, but it's something that we need and want. So, but
Next question.
Did you have? Yeah. What did? Was it whose turn was it? I don't even
I
know.
think it's your turn.
do you have another?
I have lots of them from Sam.
Me and Sam are the same person.
I know.
It's
Literally,
so funny.
whatever.
Me
It's
and her are
fine.
like, I have an index card. Don't worry. I have 2 index cards full.
Hold up our index card, Courtney.
This is from Sam's notes in her phone. I wrote it down on an index card because you were on our phone, my phone, Katie. Let's see. I feel like
Do controversial ones. Let's get juicy.
controversial. Okay. Breast versus bottle. Is that controversial?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I would say it is. Yeah.
So by
Oh,
this,
this runs deep.
yeah, I feel like we have experience with both sides. So I think this actually is ironic because it ties into when you were asking the question, Katie, about your pre-mom judgments.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that came to my mind was why don't all women breastfeed? Was my thought process.
And
before
why
having a
don't
baby.
they, Courtney? Why
Well,
don't they?
you see, Katie, what Courtney found out, it's not as easy as it looks, apparently. So, what did you know?
You don't just pop him on the breast and just, it's a beautiful, magical moment.
Talk
Does it work
about
like that?
talk about being humbled. Wow. Like and it needs to be talked about more because you should be more prepared about what the experience. Yeah, I feel like we are a broken record at this point talking about it, but honestly, because I thought I wasn't really exposed to many women who breastfed, like that I actually saw them or talked to them about it to know. So in my mind, I was like, all right, mom has baby, mom makes milk, baby drinks milk. Simple, right? I thought my biggest struggle was going to be getting Cash to latch, but thankfully he was a good latcher. From the second he was on. But all the other stuff in between, I had no idea how hard it was going to be. And I had no idea what mastitis was. I don't even know if I still say that right. Do I? I don't know.
I think that's right.
Yeah, you're saying it right.
I had no idea what that was. I didn't know what having a clogged duct was going to feel like. I didn't know how much time and commitment and dedication it was going to take. And the realization when you just aren't producing enough. So it was a journey, but
we're so proud of you in that journey.
So say how long you breastfed for.
I breastfed Cash for 5 months of his life, and it was supplemented with Mama Katie's milks. So shout out to you for supplying that for us, because that held us on for a little bit longer and kind of helped me get in a better mindset that it's okay to switch to formula. There's so many formula options out there now that you don't have to go to just any brand. Like, you can take the time and research what works best for your baby. If they have different needs, like, I don't know, reflux, things like that as an example. There's so many different options out there. So it was slap in the face a little bit.
But guess what? Cash is still being fed.
Cash is thriving.
Yes. Yeah. And those 5 months were amazing.
Yeah, they were. And I'm grateful for them, for the connection, and that I pushed myself to go that far, because there were days that I was like, this is it, Craig. I'm done for real. I'm stopping today. But I mean, as we all know, well, Katie and I know now, you can't just quit cold turkey. That's not how that goes. But
you cannot.
That's a whole nother episode. But yeah, I think that was a big realization becoming a mom, and the difference of the two. So we were first just breastfed, then a little bit of both, and now we're just a bottle babe. So that's my 2 cents on it. Katie's is fairly similar, I would say.
Yeah, except going into it, my mindset was actually very different. Postpartum depression was something that my sister experienced, and she had a really rough time, especially with her second, and I was so fearful of it. And I had spoken out loud many times, I'm going to try to breastfeed, but if it doesn't work out, it's fine. That was my mindset going in.
I did the same.
I kind of was like, if my mental health's going downhill, I'm taking priority. And that was my mindset going in. And then as it got closer, I started changing my mindset. Instead of saying I'm going to try, I kept I said, I will breastfeed. That's the only way it's going to be successful. And I took the classes, and I went to a lactation consultant, and me and Dale had an absolutely beautiful experience with breastfeeding. He latched right away. I was an oversupplier, which again, it's a whole other episode, but it came with its own difficulties, but I produced way more than Dale needed. It was just, my breastfeeding journey was honestly beautiful. But unfortunately, when Dale started having belly issues, we found out he had CMPA, which is a milk protein allergy. So I cut out dairy. That did not fix it. We found out he had a soy allergy. I started to cut out soy, and I was like, you know what? I can't do this. So we had to switch to an amino acid based formula, and that was such a journey for me, and my weaning process was such a journey. But honestly, one of the hardest that turned into beautiful was I had this TikTok worthy freezer full of milk that everybody thinks is what you should do, or what should happen, what your body's supposed to do. And mine did, and it was beautiful, and I'm so lucky, but my kid couldn't eat it. And my kid couldn't use it for milk baths, and we couldn't use it for frozen milk popsicles that I wanted to make for this teething process they're going through. All these things that I wanted to use it for, I couldn't, because even his skin will react to the milk protein. And lucky enough, I had friends who could benefit from it, but
we love you.
you know, you come to the realization of breast or bottle, the bottom line is whatever your kid needs to thrive. And mine just happened to be an amino acid based $60 a teeny tiny can formula, and that's just how it is.
He's just he's a bougie baby. What can we say?
He's
Thank
the bougie
goodness
one.
for insurance.
Yeah, oh yeah, God bless that. But yeah, he's the bougie one, not even me. So, which is funny because all of our journeys are so different with that too. It's like birth stories.
Yeah.
And I know, like, oh, and I proudly breastfed strictly for 3 months before I had to switch. So I'm still proud of those 3 months. They get all of, not all of, but they get the most important benefit of breast milk in those first 3 months. So I'm still very happy that he got that. Obviously, it's not helping his immune system, but, you know, his brain's great. He's a very smart baby.
He is.
So
he is an advanced smart baby.
He's very smart. But Sam, you're over there still thriving.
I am, and I could not have made it this far strictly breastfeeding without you ladies, because that first month, I did not know what the heck I was doing. Like Courtney said, I didn't have anybody around me that had ever breastfed before. My mom's asking me questions on the daily. Like, she's like, oh, how do you know this? When do you do that? You know?
Yeah.
She didn't breastfeed. So, without you ladies, I would not have known that how engorged my boobs were when my milk came in was not how it was going to be forever.
That was the worst day of my life.
It was so painful. We will have a whole episode on breastfeeding coming soon, but it's no joke. And that first month, there's so many times where I'm like, I could definitely see why people give up on this, or people just choose not to do it, because it's freaking hard. And it did take that full month to get completely regulated and comfortable doing it. But yeah, I'm not opposed to supplementing if that's what Mac needs. But so far, so good. I'm going to knock on this table.
And you, I think it's important to add, you, for the most part, strictly breastfeed. You give him 1 bottle a day, but he...
Yeah, I pump once a day, and Ryan gives him a bottle once a day for that bond for them too. And I wanted Mac to be able to take a bottle, so I was not glued to him and not being able to leave for more than 2 hours at a time.
That's important to have that.
I introduced a bottle around 3 weeks, and it is breast milk in the bottle. And yeah, that's what works for us, and not working is a huge reason why I've been successful, I think.
Right. Yep.
If I had to go back to work and I had to pump
at work,
no.
Yeah, that's kind of what did it for me.
I did it.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I did.
I mean, thank God for the Elvies, though. Shout out Elvie.
Oh, them Elvies. But I did it for 1 week, because I went back for back to school, like teacher week, just to get my classroom set up, and my mom had the baby. And as an oversupplier, like, I could not go past 2 hours or I would get clogs. Like, the 2 hour mark, like, I was leaking everywhere. Like, it was like, it had to happen. And it's freaking hard, man. Like,
how would a teacher even do that? Like,
I walked around the hallways. I didn't even care.
No, like, but with your students, like, you would have had to go to the like, get a teacher to come in so you could go to the bathroom, put them in, come back.
Yeah, it'd be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Wow. I couldn't even imagine. I pretty much only lasted as long as I did because I worked from home and could pump at home still. Right. But even that in itself, every 2 hours, you're pumping, washing bottle parts. So yeah, it's
full-time job.
Well, then when you're an oversupplier too and you pump, it makes you produce more than you're supposed to, because Dale was only drinking 4 ounces from one breast like every 2 hours. But then when I was pumping like 8 ounces of breast.
That's insane.
So then my boobs were like overproduced, like making that much it was again, when I come home, we're doing a breastfeeding episode. That's happening, because there's so much ugly stuff nobody like, like, nobody tells you the gloriousness of when you stop and you don't have to wear a bra anymore
Oh my
and you're
God.
not leaking everywhere. Like, nobody tells you that. Like, you get to come home from work and rip your bra off and, like, just
Shut up,
walk around
Katie.
free
I
balling
miss it.
Like, it's beautiful. Like, your boobs are saggy as all hell and ugly. But you know what? I don't have to wear a bra. And that's what matters.
That's amazing. Hey,
Well-
there's always a plus side to everything.
There is. One of my questions, and then we'll move on, was left or right boob. Mine's left. Left's my
Lefty.
favorite. Are you a lefty, Court?
Mine was a lefty.
Katie, what were you?
Yours even.
I'm sorry. My husband just came in the room and said, I heard ripping your bra off. Do you need me?
Okay, Jacob.
What was the question?
Left boob or right boob? Should we ask Jacob?
Oh God. Both of mine
You were even.
were ridiculous. Yeah. One day one would do more, one day the other would.
Right
but,
boob's a
yeah, it was-
slacker.
My right boob was a slacker too.
sucks.
Yeah, she can't keep up.
It's just like crazy how our bodies are all like
So different.
so different. So different. And like you said, going into it, everybody shames you if you don't breastfeed, but nobody's there to help you along the way. Like, if you don't do it, you're the worst. Like, most people are like, you need to breastfeed, you need to do this. But nobody's like, hey, breastfeeding sucks, just
like
so
you,
you know.
like I said, I just thought it made the most sense. You get the baby gets the most nutrients. You don't
It's
have to
free.
pay for formula. Yeah,
yeah.
quote unquote free.
Yeah.
The $400 pump. What?
Yeah.
Nursing
Breast
bras.
pump. So
Mine
yeah.
was on sale, so.
Katie, enough with your sales. You know what?
I think I got my LV, the one that came with the case and everything is like a $350 pump I got for like $175. So,
She crazy.
you know, you just got to find the
Coupon
right sale.
consignment Katie. Coming at you.
Yeah, but there's just so much. And if I had to pick a product for breastfeeding, get that Haka.
Oh,
'cause
yes,
that's
Haka,
the
Haka,
best
Haka.
thing
Yes.
ever.
Do
And
it.
find a friend that it loves you enough to send you a video of them putting
Katie,
it on because
You loved me enough. That was one of the first Snapchats we shared.
Yes.
Was you putting that Haka on, and it saved my life.
One of
okay?
the first days of the group chat,
Yeah.
like we all started, getting our
There's
feet
no
wet, like
modesty
dipping
here.
our feet in the pool, getting to know each other
Yeah.
again after not talking since high school, all having babies. And then there's Katie. Y'all are going to see my nipple. And I was like, this is exactly what I need.
I was like, oh shit, that's how you put it on. Damn.
and
okay.
from then on, the Haka pumped more than your pump.
Yes,
So there
that
you go.
Hawk, I'm
you
telling
just
you,
had to know how
saved
to do
my
it.
life. I almost was gonna give mine away. It was in a pile of things. Like you said, I was pitching out my house. Like,
Yeah, you were like, the Haka sucks. I'm like, no, Court, you're just not using it right.
And
Like,
I
we gotta fix it. Like, there's just, but that's the stuff I'm talking about.
you
like,
need
nobody-
people.
Yes,
You need
because
someone.
if not, you're just like, it's not working. I don't know what else to do, and then you just
You're
get in
done.
the funk, and you're like, screw it, I'm done. I
Mhm.
can't do this anymore.
Mhm.
Yes.
So that's.
So true.
But I know. Are we coming up on time? Because I have a good
Yes.
ending question.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll wrap it up quickly with one last one. You started
All
it.
right.
You might as well. End
I
it.
might as well end it. My last one is, what are you most proud of about your motherhood journey so far? Because I don't think we talk about that.
Ooh. Do you have? those?
I do. I've thought about it a lot today. I am most proud of juggling work, my house, being a wife, and having a baby who is sick a lot. I don't think I give myself credit a lot, and that's something that I'm really proud of being somebody who makes the appointments, makes it happen, goes, does the medicine, and still finds a way to take care of my house and do the things that I need to do.
Yeah,
So
you literally don't
I'm
stop.
very proud of myself for that. I don't. This is my first downtime in a while, so. But yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of how much I'm able to juggle, especially being a type A person who doesn't like chaos. I'm living in a state of chaos and I'm doing it.
You're embracing it and you're doing the damn
Yeah.
thing, Katie.
Yeah. So that's my proud moment.
Do you have your...
Now you two have to brag about yourself.
Go ahead,
So
you
what
go.
are you proud of?
So I am very proud of my breastfeeding journey, but that's not what first came to mind. I am proud of myself for breastfeeding, but I'm really proud of my husband.
That doesn't count.
I know, but like
Take
that's
it back.
the first
This is
thing
you.
that came to mind.
I'm so proud of
about
myself
your
for
journey.
picking the perfect.
No, I really, I guess. No, I
I'm trying to
really.
make it about you.
Okay,
We love you, Ryan, but it's not your time, man.
I am very proud of my breastfeeding
You should be.
journey.
Yes.
But we're not. My goal is 6 months.
Really?
My goal is a year.
That was my goal. Yeah.
But 6 months exclusively. 6 months
Okay.
we'll start doing supplement like food and stuff
Okay.
at 6 months. But yeah, and I don't even know if I can really give myself all the credit. I got very lucky with a good latch, and
That helps.
I have a decent supply. Like it's not super oversupplied like Katie was, but it's a little bit
You
oversupplied.
don't want that. Anyway,
And-
don't worry.
I couldn't have done it without you guys. So I don't even know if I can give myself full credit for
You can-
that.
you do. You
I think
should.
it's a lot of
Well,
luck.
Well, I'm proud of you
It's work. It's
because
hard
you're
work.
Oh, thanks.
and you're an even more type A person than me. And I saw you the other day have a chaotic little bit day for you.
Oh, yeah, going to your work
you weren't-
party.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you handled it with grace, and you didn't panic, and you just embraced that you didn't show up how you wanted to, and your dip wasn't warmed how you wanted it to be. And instead of letting that affect you, you just were kind of like, you know what? I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. And that's kind of what motherhood is. So when I saw that, I was like, damn, Sam is embracing the chaos of motherhood.
Thank you.
So I'm proud of you for
Yeah.
that.
Thank you very much.
I agree. I think mine's the same, similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm most proud of how much I've learned to go with the flow, because I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a planner. I'm more of an imaginative planner. I'm not a write it down kind of planner, like have my questions prepared planner. But I'm a very much like
I have 6 more if we need them.
I think I do too.
6 more? Yeah, you did have a lot. They probably were the same questions if I know you two well enough.
There probably are some similar ones.
But I get stuck in my ways of thinking how things should go, and I've learned that things are just not going how they're supposed to go. I had an envision that I was going to have the perfect nursery all set up and ready to go, and guess what? My work office is in Cash's nursery still. So I'm learning, and Craig helps me with that. Not on purpose sometimes, but
We all have easygoing husbands.
yeah, he helps me.
Because we're all high
Goodness.
strung.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine if there were two
Oh,
high-strung people?
No.
Oh.
I mean, he helps me so much just let go sometimes because I'm so nervous. We would not have went to Mexico with Cash if it were up to me. I would have been way too scared. I was like, we're not taking him out of the country. What are you talking about? So he's helping me become more relaxed. But Cash, I think, is helping me the most become a little bit more go with the flow, because you can't plan.
You have to,
With
or
babies.
you're gonna be miserable.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think that's what I'm most proud of.
That was a
And you
good
know what?
question,
I'm
Katie.
proud of us for starting this friggin' podcast.
Yes.
That
How
too.
about
Yes.
that? We made it happen. I
And
mean, I
it's-
threw it out there as an idea, and everyone was
Okay.
like, yes.
It's
Okay,
so
but-
unprofessional, and like we are so grateful that we actually have viewers, because we are just moms having conversations. Like we picked our topic an hour before we got here. You know what I mean? Like we're not super official, and I think that's what makes us so relatable, and we are reaching people. We saw so much love on the last 2 videos with our guests, and yeah, we do need to be proud of ourselves for this. Go ahead, Katie.
First of all, Courtney saying casually, "Oh, I have a podcast studio in my basement." What?
Oh, you
Like,
don't have
we were all
a
like,
podcast
wait,
studio in
we're
your
like-
basement?
Yeah, we're like, well then, yeah. Why are we not already?
I already have
doing
the
that?
mics.
Like,
We
Yeah.
didn't have to invest
Like-
any money. We just come
Like-
here.
casual.
Just show it. Thanks, Craig. Love
Shout out,
you.
Craig.
Yeah. Shout out, Craig.
What's their podcast
But-
name?
Call your own foul.
Call Your Own Foul. Started this. Shout out to them.
This is their studio.
Well,
borrow
we're
it.
finishing this shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. Well, that
And
was.
I think-
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I think there's lots of good ones to come.
Yeah,
I know
we
when
could
I
do
come
a part
home next
2.
week, we're
You
going
heard
to
that
record
right.
ahead.
You heard that right, people.
Yeah.
She's gonna be here in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
In the flesh, in the video. better quality
Yes, we're excited to
with
have
wine
you.
in my hand
Oh my
for
gosh,
sure.
I can't wait. We should get some wine company to sponsor us. Anybody.
I'm
we'll take
waiting for
anything.
Stanley to
Come on.
sponsor us.
Sir
Stanley
Stanley.
mug for my water.
Talk about a splurge.
We
Or no,
need, that is
wasn't that
my
expensive,
splurge.
was it?
Oh, it was $40
Oh, wow,
for a
okay.
water bottle, but worth it. We need the wine sponsorship. We need the Stanley mug sponsorship. What else?
Oh, Duncan. Hey.
Liquid
Dunkin'.
IV.
Starbs.
'Cause
Starbs. Yes.
Any. We'll take. We'll just start wherever anybody wants to sponsor us. We'll do a commercial for you. I don't know how that works. An ad commercial. One of my.
Yeah.
This is not TV. One day, maybe. Well, we hope you enjoyed our fun, lighthearted episode. Yeah.
Merry
that's it.
Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas.
You probably
Happy holidays.
Hanukkah.
Yes.
I think Hanukkah started Sunday night.
Yep.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate.
Happy Kwanzaa.
All of it. You probably won't
And-
hear from us next week. We'll be busy with our families, but we have a lot of good episodes coming up. So stay tuned. But thanks, guys. Bye.